Now Curry. He's got 5. And here is Barnes. Feeds it to Anderson. Puts up the baby hook. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
The drive by Gordon. Favors with the ball. Now Smith defending. Paul kicks to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Paul dishes to Gortat. And he banks in the layup. Gortat's got 6.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Smith sets the pick for Curry. At the elbow, Smith. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Just seems like they've been a step slow here.
And stolen by Barnes. Stevenson kicks to Barnes. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Gordon. Here we go, one-on-one. That's good. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And that's when a team really has the best chance to run after a steal, obviously. So the defense is going to be critical for them right now.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 10 points for Josh Smith.
That's 4 of 5 to start this game, guys. He's rolling.
Paul passes to Gortat. No luck. The Warriors go the other way with it. Left side Curry. Nobody near Barnes. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
So I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Now, here is Gortat. 6 points for him. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Gortat's got 8 points. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Smith with a screen on Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Shot by Gordon, wide open. That's good from 17 feet away. Gordon's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Utah. Curry dishes to Stevenson. Back to Curry. This one for 3.
You know, they've been beating this club to a lot of loose balls and rebounds here early on.
Love the work ethic they've come out of the locker room with.
Paul kicks to Gortat. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. Soft touch off the glass. Gordon's got 6.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Gortat. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Chris Paul. Then for the Warriors, Wright comes in for Chris Anderson. And Jefferson subbed in for Barnes. Augustine passes to Gordon. 3-pointer. Gordon with another miss. And Jefferson wide open. An absolutely remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. Woo! The definition of much in the clutch.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph Curry's out there with Lance Stevenson. Then it's Brandon Wright. Then it's Jefferson. And it's Smith in at the 4 spot.
3. Lance Stevenson.
Stevenson with a clean look. Sinks the three-pointer. Stevenson's got 9. Lance Stevenson, Steve, an attack guard, always looking to pressure the defense with the ball in his hands.
And not just looking for his own shot, Kevin. Last season he averaged over 4 assists a game. So, he provides some much-needed playmaking, which I think helps his team.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Smith kicks to Curry. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Passes to Lee. Lots of room. He kicks it to Carroll. Second chance shot. That one a little long. Warriors leading by 12. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Stephen Curry, arguably the league's best perimeter shooter. Curry said, I love everything about shooting, but mostly that perfect form when your body is in rhythm from the time you plant your feet to the time you release the ball. Everything is smooth and calm. It moves through you like a wave. It's a beautiful thing. Kevin, no doubt.
It is indeed. Thanks, Doris. Here's Favors to halt the run. And the shot is good. Augustine's got his first points in this one. Curry with it. He has 7. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Deflects the pass. Augustine against Curry. Kicks to Carroll. There's the dish to Favors. Carroll passes to Augustine. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Augustine's got 5. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Derek Favors, a really nice fit in Utah. Tough, has a low-key, low-maintenance personality. Doesn't seem to get bothered by attention and accolades. All he does is work.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for the Jazz. Gordon comes in for Courtney Lee. Warriors leading by 9. And Favors last season, guys, signing a 4-year extension with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in Utah, and they've certainly been happy to have a foundational piece for this team, no question. Josh Smith is a very talented player, but if you have to pick his game apart, he's a bit of a tweener. He's not really a power forward in a traditional sense, but not a 3-man either. He's an athlete who can do a lot of different things, but so much depends on the players he has around him. It needs to be the right fit.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Jefferson. Drops in the breakaway layup. Jefferson's got his second basket. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
And with Smith playing at the 4, it used to be a luxury as he can defend players with his reach, but now, Clark, it's almost a necessity as he gets older, and his shot from outside isn't what it needs to be.
Well, in the modern NBA, Kevin, you know this as well as I do, you got to have perimeter threats, and if you play him at the 3, it can put you at a real disadvantage.
That's his first personal foul.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist missing 6 weeks last season with a broken hand, and frankly, he took a step back overall. His numbers getting worse almost across the board.
And a player taken second overall 2 years ago. A lot of pressure hiding on the shoulders of MKG.
You know, sometimes guys fall into draft positions that don't necessarily match their skill level, but you can never question the work ethic of this young man, and you know he's going to maximize whatever he can be as a pro because of that.
Now here is Augustine after the miss from Stephen Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul.
Second team foul.
That's his first foul. And Augustine kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And it's slammed in by Stevenson.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Curry dishes to Smith. The shot by Curry, no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
The Jazz making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Here's Paul. He dishes it to Gordon. Now the Warriors moving it up. Smith with the ball. And he gets it to go. Smith's got 16.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Here's Dang. Changes up. And he lays it up and in. Jang's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
From 10 feet out. And it's Smith missing. Paul goes in. And Utah again with the bucket.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Curry passes to Smith. And Smith slams it home. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Here's Curry. Derek Favors making his last shot. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Paul kicks to Favors. And stolen by Wright. Now here's Stevenson. He's got 11. In the corner, it's Jefferson. And another 3 for Golden State.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Jazz trailed by 14. Paul outside. Favors sets the pick for Paul. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. The tray. And Chris Paul hits the three. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
Outside for Jefferson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Well, the Warriors taking strides to enhance their player development. They bought a D-League team and moved it to nearby Santa Cruz.
And that team actually played in the D-League Finals in the championship game, lost to Fort Wayne. That's enabled their younger players, though, that D-League team, to practice with the NBA teammates, and that's got to be a positive.
Here's Curry. Derek Favors making his last shot. Here's Smith. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Gordon with the three. Back to Paul. Tries again. And he gets the bucket. Paul's got 11 points.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Smith on the wing. Off the left rim and out. Jazz trailed by 10. Favors with a screen on Curry. Paul kicks to Kid Gilchrist. To the paint. Pass to Dang. It's stolen by Smith. Now the Warriors moving it up. And Jefferson throws it down.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Utah calls timeout. Josh Smith really making a difference here.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gortat's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Henson comes in for Derek Favors. Damari Carroll's checked in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And Lee's subbed in for Gordon. And then for Golden State, Eldon Brand's checked in for Smith. Webster comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Harris subbed in for Curry. Harris kicks to Webster. Harris against Paul. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Harris misses.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Gortat inside. And stolen by Wright. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Jefferson throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
They get it back. Here's Gortat. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
Harris outside. Wright sets a screen for Jefferson. Webster can't get the bucket.
He'll advise shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
And the first half is now in the books. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Smith just having a fantastic game. He has 18 points and 2 steals as well.
You know, he's been so good at both ends of the floor, guys, but what's impressed me the most is his offensive performance.
I don't know, Steve. I think the work he's done defensively has been pretty impressive, too.
They've got Chris Paul, Eichel, Kid Gilchrist out there with John Henson. Then it's Gortat, and it's Lee in a shooting guard. That's the group right now for Utah.
Steph Curry last season was 7th in scoring and 3rd in total assists in the NBA. He had the 4th most three-pointers over a season in NBA history, a year after he had set the NBA three-point season record. Not too bad for Steph Curry.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch them, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris.
Defensive foul.
The pass to Barnes. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time.
First team.
That'll be his second foul of the game. And Curry, Steve, already in his 6th season in the NBA, the Warriors franchise leader already in three-pointers made.
Yeah, Warriors fans obviously hoping he will one day retire in blue and gold. And by the way, that's how I feel too. But listen, this guy just incredible from the three-point line. And he became a superstar last year, really emerged as one of the best players in the NBA.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Chris Paul. Nobody near Stevenson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 13 points for Lance Stevenson. Paul kicks to Lee. Dishes it to Henson. Doubled by Smith. Henson the pass to Lee. Pass to Gortat. Clock at 4. It's rebounded by Golden State. Barnes has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Anderson a screen on Lee. And it's Stevenson missing. Jazz trailed by 15. Paul dishes to Gortat. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
11 seconds on the shot.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Stevenson.
Oh, my goodness!
How about that?
High wire flying out there.
That'll drop your jaw.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
Here's Gortat. Warriors with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Stevenson kicks to Curry. Anderson a screen on Paul. Clock at 6. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
The shot by Curry, no good. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Barnes.
Harrison Barnes.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Barnes has got 6.
You just can't afford to let somebody get that good position in the paint.
Well, it's more than trouble when he does catch it down there, Steve. He's never going to miss from that range.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, John Henson was a late bloomer in high school, played as a guard initially before hitting a major growth spurt. I think that helps him a lot when it comes to defending the perimeter. He's comfortable moving his feet and has a knack for blocking shots without fouling.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And the knocks on Henson have had to do, Clark, with his slender frame and his shooting.
Yeah, but Kevin, those are the things that most players are able to improve upon in the NBA. The things you can't teach: length, agility, shot blocking. He has all of that.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And Stevenson kicks to Curry. Back to Stevenson. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by Dang. Jazz trail by 19. Gordon with no one around. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Anderson, a screen on Augustine. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Hey, guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks and zone defenses, and tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
And back to that move by the league to speed up the game. It doesn't seem like the league is done.
Yeah, you know, and I think more can be done, Kevin. Cutting down on timeouts. You see in soccer, they just run a little sponsor banner in the corner of the screen while the ball is in play. Continuous play. Continuous play. Reduce the number of free throws, I think, is another step. But that would be more a result of not fouling than teams not getting to the line.
That's his first personal
And the foul called on Ben Gordon. That is his first foul of the game. Anderson, a screen on Gordon. And there's the feed to Smith. Kicks it out to Stevenson. The good-looking shot from the wing. Stevenson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
He feeds it to Curry. Now here's Stevenson. D right on him. And that is good. Stevenson's got 19 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And Augustine kicks to Zhang. Trying to get back on track. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Zhang's got his second basket of the game. Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Feeds it to Smith. Back to Curry. Rebound by Dang. Zhang's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Dang. And it's Gordon missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost them.
Now Stevenson. Passes it to Curry. Back to Stevenson. Anderson passes to Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson.
Boom, he jams it straight down. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, hey, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Augustine against Curry. He kicks to Smith. Shot left block. Knocks it loose. Jazz have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8.
Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
Anderson is screen on Favors. Here's Smith. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Smith's got 20 points.
That kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Utah calls timeout.
And for the Jazz and their outlook, they did have some flashes of brilliance to build on, but it won't be an easy turnaround.
Both teams will make substitutions. Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Well, for the Jazz, Clark, it's going to be about being patient, continuing to grow as a team. I guess most observers would think.
No, without question. They just have to take it in small steps. Incrementally is the only way it gets done right when you're building a foundation with young, talented players. Nobody goes from worst to first in a conference in one season.
Webster can't get the bucket. The Jazz shoot pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And it's Paul penetrating. Launches it. And here is Gortat. He's got 9. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Brand. Second shot opportunity. And it doesn't even draw iron. Right side Curry. Kicks it to Brand. Here's Paul. 15 points in the game. And they double up Paul. Lee outside. From deep. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Brand a screen on Paul. Curry attacking. Nobody near Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Paul. And Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Curry against Paul. To end the drought. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Here's Curry. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist making his last shot. They get it back. Here's Brand. And he gets it to go.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Paul. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter. Warriors leading by 23. Barnes dishes to Curry. Connects in the foul line jumper.
Yes.
Curry's got 12 points in the game.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Paul kicks to Kid Gilchrist. All up top, guarded by Curry. 4 on the clock. Blocked. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the inside. Here's Wright. Rebound, Utah. Paul outside. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Paul. Again, the miss by Paul. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
How does it feel? You don't know me. I'm Paul, how you fall. Paul Holy, first trick on the ramp is the rock and roll. Keep one on my staff with a new
And the Jazz with possession here. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Webster. Elton Brand is out there with Jefferson. Then there's Harris. And it's Wright in at the 5, roaming the paint. Gortat misses. Golden State's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And it's Harris off the drive. Drains it from 17 feet out. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. Paul kicks to Gortat. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
Now here is Harris. The dish to Webster. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Paul dishes to Carroll. Gortat, the pass to Carroll. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He's slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Jefferson kicks to Harris. The Warriors shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Rand.
Assist goes to.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Harris dishes to Webster. Pass to Jefferson. Utah with the rebound. Gortat's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And there's the call on Jefferson. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Gordon kicks to Paul. Back to Gordon. Clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. They get it back. Here's Carroll. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
A high-quality shot is almost always going to come off a rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
Now here's Paul after the miss from Stephen Curry. And it's Gordon missing.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Outside for Curry. From the wing. Curry with another miss. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Paul for 3. Paul missing again.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Curry kicks to Smith and taken away by Paul. Outside Gordon. Fires for 3. There's the bucket. Good.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
Outside Curry. Right wing. Barnes kicks to Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Paul goes in. Carroll for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Anderson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
Utah's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Paul passes to Carroll. Steps back and fires. And he knocks down the jumper. And that's 19 points for Chris Paul. Paul again. Stevenson takes the 3. Another miss by Curry.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
3.
Good on the shot.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, you look at the game of basketball, it really seems to be on the upswing, and that's great news for the NBA. We know that those who play a sport are much more likely to watch it as an adult. And basketball is now the largest participation sport in high school and college.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Gortat. Favors comes in for Henson. Lee's checked in for Ben Gordon. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Chris Paul. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
Now here is Harris. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Harris has got 4 this quarter. The growth of the NBA really pretty incredible. 30 years ago, annual league revenues were about $120 million. Now, it's $4.5 billion. That's with a B.
Yeah, the league is really on great financial ground right now. I mean, franchise values are growing astronomically. The players sacrificed in the last collective bargaining agreement negotiation, but as quick as the pie is growing, I think everybody will be just fine, players and owners.
Now here is Harris. There's the pick. It's Webster outside. Utah's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Early. And Reich kicks to Early. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss.
Tough to hit that shot when you got the defense right in your shirt.
Courtney Lee is on the wing. High post try. Out to Favors. Here's Carroll. Goes back up. And good on the basket. Book it. The Warriors have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Harris kicks to Early. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
14 seconds on the shot clock. 14.
Here's Harris. And the pass to Early. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
Here's Favors. And the layup is good. Warriors have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And it's Harris off the drive. Harris missing again. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself.
Paul checked in for Augustine. Here's Paul. The Jazz with another miss.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Harris kicks to Webster. There's a screen. Dishes to Harris. 6 to shoot. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Paul dishes to Lee. Pass to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. The drive by Paul. Goes back up. Favors can't get it to go. The Warriors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. The feed to Brand. Passes it to Early. Lets it go with the three. Carroll with the rebound. Utah's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Paul. A second chance effort. And it's good on the layup.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Now here is Harris. It's tipped. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:44 left in the fourth. Tipped away.
You know, I thought they did a decent job during the first half of limiting turnovers, but since halftime, it's been a different story. Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Warriors.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
So it's Utah now, following the score by Golden State. Harris against Paul. Harris passes to Brand. And it's Harris off the drive. He's looking for Brand and finds him. That's good.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Paul kicks to Favors. And that one's good. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Defensive foul. Chris Paul. That's his second personal foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Golden State. Devin Harris. 2 shots.
And Harris drops them both. The Jazz shooting around 41% on the night. Harris against Paul. Off the mark. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Lance Stevenson.